Welcome. Sarge 1911 here, and welcome to the channel. You know what, guys? Those of you who know me know a lot of times I do some old stuff, even older than I am, and we're going to do one of them today. But first, if you have subscribed, thank you. If you have not, please do. Come on, guys, jump on board. We're having a good time, and let's get with it. Go over and check out my website, sgt1911.com, and go down there and check things out. And check out my battle buddies out there. They're a bunch of good guys. That's the only reason they're on my page. Okay, we're going to talk about something old today. New video, old toy, right? I know a lot of you guys are familiar with the Soviet-made PPSH-41 submachine gun. You know, for a while we had them in the market. They're available in a couple different calibers. They got the underfolded stock that's welded into place. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the reason the Soviets had the PPSH-41. And that goes all the way back to 1925. A little short history lesson here. In 1925, the Finnish people come out and developed a submachine gun of their own. And they called it the KP31. It's a Suomi. So an M31 or a KP31 Suomi. It's Finnish. I'm going to give you a look at my version of it here. This one here, unfortunately, has been liberalized. You know what I mean? The barrel's a little longer because we can't have anything, you know, we'll take away as much fun as we can. I've got the original sling on it, but I've got it loose for a reason. So, think about what we've talked about before. M31, KP31, developed in 1925, released to the Finnish Defense Guard in 1931. So the KP31, submachine gun 31. It's kind of a cool thing. It's one of the most popular weapons in World War II, used by a lot of people, really used heavily in what they call the Winter War, where the Finns were fighting the Soviet Union out there, freezing their butts off. Let's take a close look at it. If you'll, let's just look, and we'll start down here at the end. Now there's two versions of this thing. One that had a muzzle brake on it. It was the latest version. This is the older version, but I'm not going to be deceptive here. The original barrel on this thing was only 12 inches long, but because we've had it liberalized, we've had to stretch it on out and make it longer. I'm going to show you some more interesting things. Let's work our way back. Here's where magazine goes. Here's our sights. They only adjust up to a couple hundred yards or meters because it's a 9mm. Doesn't get a lot of distance on there. Really simple charging handle. This reminds me similar of the old M3 grease guns. You just unscrew it and pull the bolt out. Real simple, nothing fancy. And look at the safety down here. Like it's inside the trigger guard. And that makes me think of an M1 Garand or the M14s. And you know, not that they're the same, but you can get to them from that finger down around the trigger guard down there. Now, this one's a blowback. Let me give you a look at the bolt up here. Real simple. It doesn't lock back. Thing weighs about 10 pounds, so it's quite heavy. But here's some interesting things of it. Number one, this thing come out had about 4 different variations of a magazine. I've got one. Listen to this. It's a 31 round magazine. Now, I don't have 31 rounds in it. I don't know how many I got in it, but it's 31 round magazine. Got a little ringer thing on there so you can hold it on, latch it on your belt or whatever, I don't know. But come find out, these 31 round magazines in a fully automatic weapon was not enough firepower. So what do? We'll come out with the 71 round drum. So this thing holds 71 rounds of 9mm. Now, I'm going to put the weapon down and we'll just look just at this magazine just for a minute. You can't just finger feed these things down in here. What you got to do is open it up by sliding this thing down. Let's see if I can do it. There we go. Now I'm going to be careful. I'm going to pull the whole cover off. And this is how we load the magazine. We got to load them individually with the cover off. Then we put the cover back on. Push this back up, slide this back in, and now we have a loaded magazine. So it's really a pain in the ass to load 71 rounds. But it's a lot more dangerous and a pain in the ass to load them 20 rounds at a time too. So we rolled 71, but you can imagine you burn through 71 rounds really, really quick. Now, you know, instead of carrying 10 sticks or 30, you can carry some drums, but that caused a problem. We had a problem with her overheating. Well, each soldier was also issued an extra barrel. Look how simple this thing is. I'm gonna swing this switch around. I'm gonna pull the barrel shroud off, and then I'm gonna pull the barrel off. It's that simple. To undo it, I just unscrew this and pull the bolt off. Put this bolt now, slide it out. Real simple blowback, real easy operated. Like I said, this one's not original, but you're not gonna find them in the States anymore. I got this one back when we could get some fun things a little bit easier than we can now. But it's that simple. You just rotate that boat around and let it go. A lot of fun to shoot. I haven't fired in a long time. I'm gonna shoot some of my favorite Tula ammo and see if it'll shoot. This is the original sling on it. So this thing here was manufactured sometimes way back. This is an M31. Now, they started releasing these things in 1931. The Finns used them in the Winter War against the Russians. The Russians come out with their PPSH because why? They were getting shot at with this thing. So they wanted to have something that was similar or felt like they could keep up. Who did it, why they did it, I'm sure there's research up there. You guys do a little fact checking if you want to. Help me learn more about the weapon, I'd appreciate that. Anyway, we're gonna see if we can't load it up. These things were used up until the 80s from some countries, mostly European nations, Poles and some of the Europeans, but up until the 80s, from the 30s to the 80s, they were used for over 50 years. So what let's do, I'm gonna go ahead and get a stick magazine. Like I said, I'm sure I don't have 31 rounds in there. I don't even know how many rounds in there. I'm gonna see if I can chamber it. Ooh, it looks like it did chamber it. Lay it down. Put my hearing protection on. Let's see what we can do. Put the weapon on fire. Trigger weighs about 15 pounds. Must be empty. Bolt did not lock back, so let's keep it in a safe position and see. Move the magazine. Yeah, it is visually empty. I mean, you can only imagine what it was like back in the day when it was only about this long, and the only option it had only was rock and roll. You know what? The hell, that would have been a buttload of fun, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have wanted. You'd have had somebody follow you around, like I believe. What do you call them boys? A page, a knight in his armor. He carries a page around to keep his jousting sticks ready. You'd have to have a page to help you keep this thing loaded, but it would have still been fun. Conserve ammo, you got to sit all day and load the thing. So let's put the drum in. You can imagine, like I said, fully automatic, 30 rounds, it's done. Seconds and it's done. I never tried this one. It did lock in. Got a little wiggle in it. Maybe it'll fire, maybe it won't, but I bet you we put a little booyah in it and we'll try it anyway. What do you think? Let's see what I can do. I'm getting a workout hold this thing up. All right. Got some sun over here. I don't know how many was there. Magazine shows to be empty. Chamber's empty. Weapon safe. You know, you guys have heard me say it, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep saying it. I don't always do new guns, but I do new videos. I like to get out some of the old ones, have fun with them. They still go bang. I still feel the recoil. Still makes me feel that booyah. I love it. I love it. If you get a chance, guys, to pick up something old, pick it up. You can still have a lot of fun with it. They're still dangerous when not used properly, so make sure always shoot safe, shoot straight. Hooah.